The Elna Explore 240 is light and portable whilst strong and sturdy, but built for simplicity. The 240 weighs in at just over 6 kilograms, but it has 800 stitches per minute. It has 23 stitches, and that includes a one-step buttonhole. The stitches are really easy to choose. With the dial on the front here, you choose the number of your stitch. These are all explained in the manual, and simply click around the dial till you have the stitch that you've chosen. Over on this side, we have an adjustment to the stitch length, and down here is your stitch width adjuster, and finally is the reverse button. As we come back over to the needle, you have an adjustable pressure dial, which is just on the side of the machine here. So that's going to help it to cope with different thicknesses of fabric. And while we're talking about thicker fabric, it has an extra high lift on the presser foot, so it will go over those multiple layers of fabric and accommodate heavy tasks. Now the feet clip on, so that's really simple, and the extra feet that you're going to get included are your adjustable blind hemming foot, you have a zipper foot, a satin stitch foot, and your automatic buttonhole foot for your one-step buttonholes. Now it's got a very simple threading system. It's all about simplicity with this machine. So I'll just thread this up and show you how easy it is to use. On the top of the machine are two spools, so you can use this for twin needle sewing. I'll just use one of those. You bring your thread across the top, and there are diagrams on the machine to tell you where to go. Underneath the first hook, down to the bottom, back up again. Now you'll need the needle in the uppermost position, so always turning the dial away from you on the side of the machine. Let's bring up the presser foot arm and bring this back down to the front. Underneath here is one little clip to put your thread behind, like so, and then another little clip to put your thread behind, and then we're ready to thread our needle. At this point, put your presser foot down, and that engages a tension so that thread is nice and taut. The needle thread is just at the side of the machine here. That pulls down with the needle again in the uppermost position, so make sure that's upright. That puts a tiny hook through the eye of the needle. You draw your thread across the front here, underneath the hook, and then simplicity itself, there's a loop of thread brought out the back of the needle, so now that needle is threaded. So for those of you that don't have very good eyesight, or for those of you that are changing colours of thread frequently, that's a big help for you. As I take off the accessory compartment here, we now have a free arm. So if you're sewing around cuffs or trouser legs, you're not going to sew on top of yourself. And if we open down the front is where the bottom bobbin goes. So I simply slip out the casing, pop my bobbin inside, draw the thread through the little gap in the side until it just fits into place. That should be suspended without it coming undone. Now you know that the tension is correct. Open up the little lever on the side, pop that in. You'll need to clip that in place, then turn your dial once down and back up to enable your top thread to just pull through that bottom thread, and pull that all the way through before closing, and now you're ready to sew. So the Explore 240 is for those of you who want to keep it simple but need a well-built machine.